All right, I just made a whole video for you all and there was no sound. So I'm doing this again. Got to run to church soon, but I wanted to pump it out really quickly because on the weekends, this being Sunday morning, I just finished a whole bunch of classes. I tend to have a few trials. During the week, I have it full of regulars and some regulars on the weekend, but I have a lot of new students and then a few trials at both VIPKID and gogokid. It's been a while since I've done a VIPKID one. I only do about one a week at the most over there, but I usually get about 2 or 3 at gogokid on weekends. And I was remembering this morning how difficult it was to get some of these new kids, especially the trials, to circle. I find with some regular classes, they still struggle with figuring out how to circle. They must not have never figured it out during their trial. And so I apologize. I hope you can't hear that. There's a lawnmower going outside. Yeah. What can you say? 9:30 in the morning on a Sunday morning. People are mowing. Go to church. All right. Just kidding. I'm sure they did. They probably went to the 8 a.m. service. I was just joke. All right. So, quickly off the cuff, I wanted to explain how I get the kids to circle because it has been months since I've had a kid really struggle to figure out how to circle on the screen. And if you can get them to interact right away at the very beginning, it just makes the whole lesson go quicker. It's rough waiting halfway through a lesson before they really figure out how to use the controls on the screen. So this is what I do. Now, if you're starting off and you're a gogokid, your very first screen, and by first screen, I mean first screen, the screen that's in Chinese explaining to the parents what's going to happen in the class. That screen is either going to start off in the bottom corner with a picture of Jack or Hannah. So, in all of my classes, I do this at the very beginning, all of them. I definitely do it with trials too, but I do it with all my core classes at the kindergarten level. This is not necessary in level 1, but I do it in the trial classes for the upper level kids, just to make sure that they understand how to manipulate and use the screen and that this is going to be an interactive class because they don't know that. They just pick up and they learn it right away in those upper level classes. It takes a little bit more practice and repetition for the lower level classes. All right, so let's say it's going to be Hannah. Let's say we're in a very beginner level class. This is level K1. All right, so we have a little Hannah who's going to be in the bottom picture of the PowerPoint, not my screen, but I don't have it to show you here right now. So we're going to have Hannah here and pretend like she's in the bottom of the regular screen. So at the very beginning, I'll say hello and how are you? We do the hi, my name is Jenny. What is your name? Get all the pleasantries out of the way. A lot of times the kid will sit there and not say a whole lot. Mom will prompt him to say his own name, and then we don't really have much interaction beyond that. All right. So at this point, I'll say, let's go. Are you ready? Let's go. And little hint, I always say, are you ready to learn? And then I'll go like this and just keep nodding my head. And always the kid goes, yes. No idea what he's saying yes to. But I use that same question in every class at the very beginning so that they start to learn that language. Are you ready to learn? So I'll say, are you ready to learn? And just keep getting closer with my thumbs. And eventually they say, yes. Okay. After that is when I'll say, where is Hannah? Hannah. Hannah. See if I can get them to repeat Hannah. If they don't, that's okay. I'm going to move on. My goal here is to get them to circle. So I start my song. Where is Hannah? Where is Hannah? And then I'll say, I have to get my marker here to demonstrate so you see. So pretend that this is the PowerPoint and here's Hannah in the corner. I'll say, circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. I'm going to take it away at this point and go, where is Hannah? Where is Hannah? Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. Where is Hannah? Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. And just see some of the kids, they have it already right now. Okay? Some of the kids don't. They're still looking. Some of the kids don't even know that they can manipulate the screen. Draw on it with their finger if they have a tablet or use their mouse. They're just sitting there confused. So at this point, I'll do it again. And I'll use different colors the second time through. That seems to trigger a lot of students. So I'm going to do the whole, where is Hannah? Where is Hannah? Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. Where is Hannah? Where is Hannah? Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. Now we're really getting the idea of what I want to happen here with all these different colors being circled. Of course, I always do this for where, and I always do this for circle. I'm just using my other hand right now to do the circling on the screen. So at this point, I'll go, oh, you circle Hannah. Then I'll erase it and see if they'll do it. I had a boy today, lost. I mean, lost, literally lost. I contacted IT. I did not think that they could hear me. Mom and dad and the boy had zero English. So, of course, they didn't get this. Now, this was a gogokid. I could have written in the chat box and it would have been translated into Chinese, and that would have been the cheat way to get out of it. But now I haven't taught them anything, and then I'm going to have to keep relying on that chat box and translating things into Chinese. And this is supposed to be an English immersion program. So we are supposed to be using just our English to demonstrate and use TPR to convey. Rely on that. That chat box at gogokid is awesome when it comes to IT problems. Although the chat box, a lot of the people don't even know to click on the translate button, because I did write to them, can you see me? And literally contacted IT and said the student can't see me. Like, he just did not seem to be looking or understanding, and they were looking around, talking to each other in Chinese. I had no idea what they were saying. But eventually IT told me they can see you. I'm like, okay, moving forward. This is the first time in 2 years and thousands of classes that I've contacted IT and said, I don't think the kid can hear me. That's how low and how confused and lost they seemed. I just didn't think that the video feed was working on my part. I was doing the hi and all that, and nobody was responding like they could see me. So, okay, they could see me. So we went through all this, circle, circle, sang the song, la-di-da, did the colors, of course, lost, didn't know what to do. At this point, a lot of times the parents will prompt if they are nearby and help the kid. And then other times the parents are very good about stepping back and letting the kid struggle and figure it out on their own. Or maybe they don't have the language in this situation. They had zero. The boy actually may have had a little bit more because he seemed to be picking up quicker than the parents did. All right, so at this point, I've been unsuccessful 2 times, right? We've only sung the song twice, so it's not like I've wasted a whole bunch of time. But then I'm going to get out my board, and I'm going to go, oh, look. Circle. 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 And get them to try to repeat circle. So they know circle, circle. If they start to say it, then they're going to start to recognize the word as it comes across in the future in our lessons. So I'm doing circle, circle. I can usually get them to repeat, and then I'll go circle, circle. I can usually tell it at VIPKID, you know if they're on an app or a computer right away, because it says if they're on the app in the corner. So if they're on an app, I always do this for circle so that they see that they have to use their finger to make it work. And if they're not, then I use the mouse and show it like this as circle. Okay, not all the kids are still going to get it. Today's didn't. Still completely lost. He kept saying no. I got the impression he was trying to say, I can't manipulate the screen like you can. I think that's what he was trying to convey to me. And I kept going, yes, you circle. You circle. All right, so now at this point, this is the point that if all kids have at this point not figured out how to circle, they will. You get that character that was on the screen. And of course, you need to have all of these characters ready to go, right? They have to all be here. You have to have Meg. You have to have all of them, all right? Depending on if you're a gogokid or VIPKID, have all the characters on sticks ready to go. I mean, I use them every single class, all levels, all the time. All right, so I take whatever character that is in the bottom corner and I put it right in the circle. And then say, oops, I need my pen. Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. She's falling down. I apologize. Poor Hannah. There you go, Hannah. You're having a rough day, aren't you? Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. And then I do it on the screen where Hannah is. Circle Hannah. Circle Hannah. 100% of the time, they're going to get it now. You may still have to circle like 4, 5, 7 times and do it on the screen 4, 5, 7 times and keep pointing to them and saying, you circle. And then I'll say their name, like Lucy, let's say. Lucy, circle. Lucy, circle. All right, did you notice my language? There is no, now it's your time to circle. Come on, you can do it. Let's make a circle. No, none of that. Even with my upper level kids, I can keep the language simple. Circle. Hannah. Circle Hannah. You. Circle. Lucy. Circle. There's no make a circle, let's do a circle, none of that. Circle is your command. And then your object, Hannah. It's going to work. I guarantee it. Just be engaged, excited to work with them, do it over and over again. The boy got it right away. Once he did it, the parents went, oh, circle, circle. So, yeah, and it was all exciting. And it just made me think this morning about how this is the lowest kid in thousands of classes that I've taught. This is the lowest I've had in terms of truly not understanding any English. And they got it. They got it within the first 2 minutes of class. So all your kids can. I encourage you to do this at the very beginning of your classes because then the kids have more success later on when it's coming to circling. Rather than waiting for the kid to figure it out halfway through a lesson or halfway through a trial that they can manipulate the screen and they can circle, it keeps them engaged right at the beginning. It makes the class that much more meaningful because they understand right from the get-go that they have control, they can interact with you, and they can mark things on the screen, and they have learned their first vocabulary word, circle. All right, that's everything. If you haven't applied to be a GoGoKid or VIPKID teacher, employ this strategy when you are in your interview. You probably won't have to go through as many steps. The interviewer, I'm sure, is going to show you more grace and get it pretty much near the beginning. But use a strategy. Keep it in your back pocket as an example of how to eliminate all your incidental language in class, how to keep it just to the word that is the most important, the content word that you need to use. And use it to get your kids to engage right at the beginning. I use it, as I said, in every class, all my core classes and all my trials. I find a lot of core classes, the kids take a while to pick it up. The next time they see me, when they come back to my class, they got it right away. Some of the kids are starting to circle before I even tell them. I'll be like, oh, there's Jack. Oh, let me add this too. Once they do the circling, this is when I also reinforce conversational skills. I have Jack, and I have Hannah, and I have Meg, or whoever it is, or Dino. I have them talk with the students. So I cover up my face, and I'll say, hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. And eventually they'll always go, hi. And then if they're not saying anything, I'll hold it to my side and go, hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. And then they'll do it. And then I'll do the how are you? So we have a conversation and we practice those conversational skills right at the very beginning of every class to get it. Now, the kids that are really familiar with this, I start to add more. How are you today? That's as much as I'll expand it for a while. So they start getting used to that phrase because the first time they hear it, they're like, you today? What's today? What's today? And eventually they'll learn that just means the same thing. And we'll go on from there. So there's ways that you can expand it. You can add extra questions at the beginning. Are you ready to learn? All of that. All right, that's it. I need to head out. Hopefully this video has recorded, and I'm going to post it just as is on my site, no editing, so I can get going. But I hope that you found it helpful. If you haven't signed up to be a GoGoKid or VIPKid teacher, I have my personal links down below. If you click on them to sign up, then I become your referring teacher. And I am your resource to help you through the process of interviewing and getting started as a teacher. And I'd be happy to do that for you. All right, you take care. Have a great time teaching out there. Goodbye, everybody.